Okay, so it's harvest day for the sprouts, and I'll try to do this in one organized take. We'll see. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out one of the jars into there and put some water in there, filtered water, to start with the dehulling process. And the final rinse. Hopefully I got enough water here. Alright, well, I'm going to need some more water, so I'm going to pause here. Alright, so I filtered some more water, and now as you can see, push the sprouts down and most of the hulls end up on the top. Right? So you do, just a little trick with this, is just sort of get them all into one little pile. And then you just sort of scoop them up. I end up saving these and I put a little bit in my dog's food. He likes them, I imagine. It probably helps to clean out his system. As you can see, some of them will get through the salad spinner, which is great as well. This thing is a specific one. It's an OXO one, which the grid lines are thin enough to allow the seeds to go through, well, at least broccoli seeds for the most part, and very few of the sprouts actually get through. So it makes it for, and then after, instead of just letting them dry, you know, for a day, you just spin them dry and you can put them straight in the fridge. You can just keep repeating this process a few times. As you can see, I'm getting most of them out. Alright, I'll fast forward to the next step. Alright, so I just pulled this out of the water. And I can just sort of bang on here to get some of the seeds that are stuck in the sides out. As you can see, there's quite a few seeds still in here, the hulls. I'm going to do this so as not to waste the water. We'll use it for some of the other jars. So now now that I've drained the water from the hulls, I can reuse the water and hull a little bit more if I want to, which I might do. So I've dehulled one more time, and now I'm just going to shake up a little bit of water and put it down in here so that I can spin them later while I process a few more of these guys. Okay, so I'm done doing the initial hulling. One thing I want to add is I dumped out the water after I used it to dehull all the sprouts. It's sort of dirty, ends up being a pretty murky water, but it still has a lot of nutrients in it, so it's really good if you want to use it to water your plants. It's not something you'd want to drink, obviously, but apparently it's good for that. I used it for my, I don't have a lot of plants, but I use it for my basil plants, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but they grew like crazy. Okay, sorry, so I'm going to take the first batch of the sprouts now. The broccoli ones, obviously, I'm going to treat a little differently, but this is just to get rid of all that excess water. I recommend that if you don't spin them, that you leave them out to dry so that they store longer in the fridge. But if you can spin them, then you just could put them straight into the fridge. Anyways, I'll spare you going through all of that with all the sprouts. Then the next step will be what we do with the broccoli. So since my kettle here only holds just over 1.5 liters of water, I want to get it up to 75. I put some water already in here. And this pot is just sitting at 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pouring this stuff in until I get close to, until I get around to the 75 mark. I figure you want to have it at 70 but the sprouts are going to instantly cool off the water, so I don't know, I'm just guessing that maybe 75 would probably be a good idea. And let's see what we get this up to. Looks like with the whole thing in there, getting up to, oh, getting close. Got up to 69. Alright, that would be. So I ended up adding a little bit more water to get it up to 65. Turns out I had to add quite a bit of water. The sprouts cooled off the water by 10 degrees. But that's fine because this is the water that I'm going to drain after, and this is the water that I'm going to keep to make the sulforaphane water. So now it's just going to soak this for about another maybe 7 or 8 minutes, and then be ready to drain. So I drained out the sulforaphane water, and this is the already heat-treated sprouts. I'm going to put them in a bunch of individual baggies and put them in the freezer. Freezing apparently increases sulforaphane content as well, though I've never seen anything about combining the heating and the freezing. Either way, it's a good way to store them because I'm going to put them in my smoothies after. So I'll put one full baggie into each smoothie. And there we have the final product. I decided to bunch those two different groups of sprouts into one. These are the non-treated ones, and these are the broccoli mix sprouts that the Brassica blend, all ready to put in the freezer. And this goes in the fridge.